In the mid-90s, Audi went a little bit mad. The German firm hopped into bed with Porsche and they sort of jiggled up and down on one another for a while, and then 9 months later a feral estate appeared. That estate was called the RS2. It had a modified 2.2 litre turbocharged 5-cylinder engine and 311 brake horsepower. It hit 62 miles an hour from rest in 4.8 seconds and did over 160 miles an hour. Most interestingly though was its 1.5 second 0 to 30 mile an hour run. It was faster than a McLaren F1. RS stands for Rennsport, and that denotes the highest tier of the Audi lineup. Now what RS cars are is a core of absolute madness wrapped in a veneer of XCAR-esque German refinement. The follow-up to the RS2 was the first RS4, which came in 2000 and boasted a twin-turbo 2.7 litre V6. The second RS4 appeared in 2006, coming with a 4.2 litre naturally aspirated V8 and 414 brake horsepower. It's widely regarded as one of the best RS cars ever made. In 2012 though, a new one rocked up, and it's a bit special. To the untrained eye, this may look like a standard Audi A4, but there are a few RS hallmarks to look for. So at the back, we've got a giant splitter framed by two pretty massive oval tailpipes. Up front, we've got a very massive and quite shiny chrome grille, and that's sitting just above quite a vampiric chin spoiler, but also it's got some pretty epic air dams to keep its giant engine cool. At each corner you get some pretty massive wheels, 20 inches in this case, and they sit beneath blistered wheel arches that hark back to the original Audi Quattro. All around the car there's a liberal coating of RS4 badges that set it off quite nicely and subtly. Oh, and there's one more thing. The noise. That slice of aural deliciousness comes from a 4.2 litre, 444 brake horsepower, naturally aspirated V8. I mean, it sounds like a NASCAR. It's amazing. So you should be able to tell an RS4 from its noise as well. Also, it's quite incredible turn of pace. From that most beefy of engines, Audi's managed to coax a 0 to 62 time of just 4.7 seconds, and it'll do a limited 155 miles an hour. Considering the RS4 weighs nearly 1900 kilos, that is very, very impressive. This RS4 though won't do 155 miles an hour. You see, if you give Audi an extra 1300 quid over the asking price, they'll move the speed limiter up from 155 to 174 miles an hour. Audi's legendary interior quality is all present and correct too. You can adjust the bolsters to keep your arse and or kidneys cosseted during a more spirited drive. When you look at all the fun you can have in an RS4, how much power it has, how fast it is, how practical it is, you realise that in a world of eco-cars and austerity, it's a big old poke in the eye to the establishment. Why shouldn't cars like this exist? Why can't we have a car that does absolutely everything? Now, I've been saying for years that there's no such thing as the perfect car, something that can do the trip to IKEA at 150 miles an hour and still manage 50 miles to the gallon. It needs to be practical, it needs to be fast, it needs to be economical, and it needs to be fun. And while the RS4 falls down by quite some margin on the economy front, it's damn near the only car you'll ever need. I just wonder how they're going to make the next one better.